It is Lake Conference basketball live tonight on CCX from the Lindbergh Center in Minnetonka at Hopkins High School. John Jacobson and Jay Wilcox. Wayzata, top ranked in Class 4A in 2021, taking on the third ranked Hopkins Royals. Different look in 2021. Obviously not many fans here tonight, Jay, but we expect the same kind of atmosphere on the court that we usually see between these two teams. Really good opponents through the years and good rivals, and Hopkins won last year in the section semifinals, on the way to winning the section final, but Wayzata kind of the team to beat this year in a lot of spaces.
Well, first thing, John, like you said, the Lindbergh Center seems a whole lot different than it normally would when we walked in, and Wayzata has got basically their whole team back. A lot of respect shown for their program by putting them at number one to start this year. With that, they've got to be about as experienced as any big school team that there is.
Yeah, top six scorers back from a year ago, whereas Ken Novak Jr., a little less experienced team. We'll take a timeout. We'll look at the starting lineups and tip this one off in a moment.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all three of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
We are back at the Lindbergh Center as the lineups being introduced out on the court. Let's go to our key players for tonight. Jay, starting with Wayzata, as you mentioned, really a lot of veterans coming back this year. Camden Heidi coming off a big opening night, and this junior, a lot of potential.
Yeah, he's battled injuries a little bit last year. He had still a good year, but I think he's primed for a really big year, and he started out with that great 26-point performance. Big Ten schools have been on his trail all the way up through his high school career. Already a real veteran performer as a junior, playing as a third-year starter for the Trojans.
And for the Hopkins Royals, their lone starter coming back from 2019-2020, Xavier White, 6'6" senior.
He's got lead on his T-shirt, and I think he's going to step into more of a leadership role this year with this team. They're going to count on him more. He averaged 7 points a game last year, but a little bit more of a role player, but a very athletic player for the Royals, and certainly somebody that they'll look to be a key performer at both ends of the court.
Let's look at the starting lineup, starting with the Wayzata Trojans. 1-0 this year, 11-17 a year ago, but top ranked in Class 4A to start 2021. Carter Bjerke at center, a 6'9" junior. Eddie Benega, 6'1" senior. Drew Birkland, 5'11" junior. Cody Williams, a 6'1" senior. Camden Heidi, the 6'6" junior, round out their starting five. For the Hopkins Royals, Jack Hernandez, 6'8" senior at center. Xavier White, 6'6" senior at forward, along with Elvis Najee, 6'7" junior. The guards, Jalen Tremmel, 6'4" senior, and Tristan Lee, a 6' senior as well.
John, it's not terribly often in this rivalry that you would come into it saying Wayzata is the favorite for sure. Tonight, I think you could probably say that, at least early on. How things turn out ultimately down the line, we don't know. But with all those players back, they started out looking really sharp on the first night, I think, compared to a lot of teams.
Got a big blowout win against St. Michael Albertville. Hopkins with a win in a low-scoring game against Eden Prairie on the road. So this is their home opener. We are underway. Hopkins with the first possession. Tristan Lee is number 24. Guarded by Benega, off to Tremmel. On the wing to White. Najee has a face-up and then turns it back out on the pass. Wayzata bench getting into it on this first possession. Got to create some noise, Jay, in the gym. Little fadeaway there for Najee, doesn't go, and the rebound to Benega.
Yeah, we've seen that in a lot of empty college gyms where it's the bench that gets the noise going.
Benega for three, not good, and rebounded by White. whistle. Cody Williams comes up. I didn't see what happened there. Came up limping, or if he has having trouble breathing with the mask. I didn't see exactly what had happened there, Jay, but they blew a whistle and got him out of there and Ryan Harvey in.
I think it was more the breathing issue. He just kind of bent over at the waist and went to the sideline. He's kind of explained it to the teammates, what he was feeling.
Here's White with it. Trying to get a screen, then goes back to Najee, draws a double team, back out. Lee is open for a three, comes up short, goes to the basket as he follows his shot and is called for an offensive foul. Good job by Harvey getting the block.
Coach Novak saying, was the defender too far down on this, as you get to look at him chasing it down himself, and yeah, he was inside that circle, looked like.
Heidi out high to Birkeland. Benega will try another three from about the same spot. Another miss, and Najee the rebound. Nice release by Hernandez. He gets the first bucket of the game.
Jack Hernandez is a big man, set a nice screen and then rolled in a nice find, and the Royals looking very good on that possession.
Bjerke for three is off. Heidi gets a hand on the rebound and puts it up and in.
Trojans taking a lot of threes early, and obviously they're a good shooting team, but maybe not quite in the rhythm yet. But that time they get bailed out by Heidi's offensive board.
Tremmel lost it, gets it back, shot up in the paint and good.
High degree of difficulty on that one as he had it knocked away, but didn't panic.
4-2 Hopkins. 2 minutes in here from the Lindbergh Center. John Jacobson, Jay Wilcox tonight, live on CCX. Shot by Heidi doesn't go, but he'll go to the line for two as he's fouled.
And you can just see, as you would expect with a player just getting bigger and stronger kind of each year up through the varsity level, Heidi looking for contact that time. He got it and was able to still nearly get that shot up and in.
The free throw off. Second one is good. He's got all 3 points. It's 4-3. The whistle, Williams back in, and he'll replace Benega.
We'll see Cody Williams just kind of wheeling away from the play there, and I do think it did seem to be more of a breathing issue.
Good defense on Lee, gives it up to White, now to Najee and back to White. Najee, great pass down low, trouble, and then the big flush by Elvis Najee, the cousin of Zeke Najee, now the Denver Nuggets. And Maya Najee, a senior for the Wayzata, Hopkins girls, playing at Wayzata tonight, and that was a great look, the feed, and the basket by Najee to make it 6-3.
Yeah, I thought at first Trumbull wasn't ready for the pass and might have had to lay up himself, but he saved it for something even better coming down the lane.
Cody Williams' shot not good. Birkeland trying to kick the pass out, but White intercepts it. Royals running. Tremmel down to Hernandez, and a block by Bjerke. Najee up with the shot and in.
Interesting, it's the visiting Trojans, even though they're their experienced team, that they look a little bit more pressing a little bit early going, committing some rare mistakes for them too.
3-point shot, that's off the mark from Harvey, and the rebound to White. And out of bounds, well kicked, it'll be Hopkins basketball. Look at that dunk again.
Great dive to the hoop that time by Najee, and it was look out below here. Right there, I thought, he's going to go up with it, but actually a very good read, because that's the player that Bjerke was guarding was Najee, who made the dive to the hoop after the help arrived. And Hopkins, they're long up front. I mean, when you're looking at Najee and White and Hernandez, not a lot of teams are going to put more quality size on the front line than that.
No, and the guards are good size too. So yeah, that front line is big. Patient possession here for the Trojans, or for the Royals, leading 8-3. Just over 4 minutes in. Lob pass, that gets picked off. Drive to the basket, partial block, follow up by Heidi, not good. And the loose ball pulled down by Najee. So Spencer Hall trying to get the basket off the steal. And Hopkins back to defend.
Good job on the pass denial there, but was definitely bothered by the shot blocker on that layup attempt.
And Hall does get another steal. Trying to take it against Hernandez. And he'll go to the line for 2. 6'2" against 6'8". Giving away just a few pounds as well. And Spencer Hall earned the free throws.
Did a good job there of not being afraid, because he could see that Hernandez wasn't quite set or going to be able to square up on him very well, and he knew he's probably going to get hit there and maybe get a shot blocked even, but it was definitely a foul on Hernandez trying to get himself sliding into position there.
Max Wilson, a 6'1" sophomore in. Hernandez still in right now. He's got the 2 fouls. Actually, they substitute for Ellis Najee instead. All 1 out of 2. Bjerke kept it alive. Ball on the floor as Tremmel went down. And they get a jump ball call. I think Tremmel thought he might have gotten fouled on that. Possession arrow will keep it with Wayzata. Bjerke try to go baseline on Hernandez. Now a pop of 3, and that's good. First made 3 for Wayzata out of 4 tries, and it's 8-7 Hopkins. 13 minutes to go.
That one came off a little bit more of offensive flow, it felt like, in the earlier threes too, and definitely Bjerke can make that shot and has a lot throughout his career.
Tremmel for 3 is good.
Defender backed off, and Tremmel looked smooth and confident stepping into that one.
Then a tough shot, won't go. Good position by White to grab the rebound. Hands off to Tremmel. Trying to get past Williams. White, 3 from the wing is good.
Nice little dribble handoff there. They kind of just a natural screen out of it, and Hopkins has come out and looked pretty solid here on their home court.
A couple quick threes and the lead back up to 7. Williams, Bjerke off the block on Hernandez and knocked away from behind by White, out of bounds. Off of Wayzata, off of Trey Lance. Look at the last 3.
Little drive and handoff, and the defenders kind of both went with the dribbler a little bit there, just enough to allow White some space. And back here at the other end, White getting a block, Bjerke saying, well, he got my arm, not the ball, but that's going to happen sometimes too. You got to play through those.
Wilson dribbling through some traffic. Oh, lobs it up, and another huge dunk for Najee, and a timeout for Wayzata.
Perfect timing on that dribble drive lob, and Hopkins coming through with a number of big plays offensively here in this first half. You see, they nearly had the steal in the backcourt, but then good presence to keep with it. Defender got caught turning his head, and Najee went to the hoop and throw it up, and he knows what to do with it.
A couple of big dunks for the junior, and it's 16-7 Hopkins. I'm impressed with, I didn't know what to expect from Hopkins tonight. I agreed, we've only played 6 minutes, but I've been impressed with what I've seen from a team that didn't have a lot of ton of experience coming back, although White, Najee, Trumbull, Lee all definitely played some last year along with Hernandez, but not as much experience obviously as Wayzata has back from 2020.
And they haven't had as much time to work with each other, and right. Coach Novak kind of said that before the game. Now, having known him for as long as we have, we know that he's never satisfied or never happy with his team. He'll have a state championship team, as you can look there at Royce White, former Royal. And but he did say, I think we have a chance to be there later on. Right now, we're just haven't had enough time to put much in. But tonight, it looks pretty good.
Xavier White with the three. It's been balanced scoring. 4 of the 5 starters have scored for Hopkins. They have a 9-point lead here on number 1, Wayzata. And here's a steal for White. He'll take it to the basket, score, and a foul. Foul on Williams.
Well, Coach Schnettler for Wayzata can't be happy with the turnovers they've had early. They have, they've missed some shots too, but turnovers like this are, got to give White a lot of credit though. He's long. He was in that passing lane with the hand, and Coach Schnettler, you can already think in your head, he's probably thinking, okay guys, maybe we've read our press clippings a little too much here in the early going, and they didn't come out super ready to play here, it looks like, in this first half.
Now trailing by 12. 11 and a half minutes to play in the first half. Benega, he'll drive at the basket and score. Nice move by the senior guard.
Kept himself in balance as he kind of slid right around the defender there too.
Wilson will scoop off the glass. Good shot, but it didn't go down. Heidi back ahead to Benega. Harvey will hand off, and it's Benega with the ball again. Williams kind of backing down White, kicks it to the wing. Benega 3, not good. Ball loose and picked up by Lee. Excuse me, by Tremmel. Now it's to Lee and to Najee in the corner. Down low, great feed. Tremmel's really had some nice passes. Sets up Tristan Lee in the paint there for 2.
6-foot guards can post up too, and that's what he did. He caught the defender back on his heels a little bit, Williams, and he called for the ball and got it and took it up strong. I mean, he's 6 foot, but he's got some broad shoulders and was able to attack nicely.
Wilson gets a hand in there and knocks the ball away. Bierke back in for Wayzata. He'll replace Williams.
Coach Novak was saying that they haven't had time to put in a lot of their defensive rotations and things, that they'll have to be kind of basic, but I don't know. They've been out in passing lanes and getting after him pretty good so far here.
All knocked away, Tremmel, and he gets fouled. And a technical look. He was looking right at Tremmel when he called that. The foul was definitely on Wayzata, but the technical may be on Hopkins. Yep. So personal foul on Benega, and then technical foul afterwards on Tremmel. Must have said something as he was going by the referee that was not sportsmanlike.
Or maybe just as likely said it to Benega.
Yeah. Free throws up and good as Heidi's able to convert. And Ken Novak Jr., 32nd year. Got to the state tournament last year, but never got to play a game, Jay. They won the Section 6-4A championship over Cooper in a good section final, but season shut down a couple days later and never got a chance to go to state and see how they would have done trying to defend their championship from 2019. Definitely would have been the favorite as they were the year before. That Eden Prairie had such an outstanding team. Bierke missing on the long 3. And back comes Hopkins. Nice pass down low. White, too strong by Lee, but he gets fouled. Sticks with it, and will go to the line, gets rewarded with 2 free throws.
There he is again down low. He scored a moment ago that time. Not able to finish the shot, but it stuck with it and got an offensive board. And Wayzata's been a little bit slow to react and allowing some open looks inside, much more than Coach Schnettler would be hoping for, I'm sure, tonight.
Foul on Benega is his second. 3rd team foul. Hopkins with 4 fouls. 1 on a 2. Make him through Birkeland into the front court. The guy capable of scoring has not put any points up tonight, and Benega loses it out of bounds. Otherwise, at a turnover. Williams back in, Benega out. Tuesday night here at the Lindbergh Center. We're nearing the midway point of the first half, and been mostly Hopkins leading 22-11. Wayzata getting as close as 8-7, but Hopkins has increased it now to a double-digit lead.
Can we go back and erase when I said Wayzata was a clear favorite? It doesn't look like it so far.
White, long three, and the rebound by Heidi. Hands it off to Harvey into the front court. Harvey gets an open look at a three, not good. And long rebound to the corner, pulled down by Wilson. Trummel finds Lee. Jumper, too long. Najee had jumped a little too early on that and couldn't follow it up. And Birkeland's got it to Williams in the front court. Heidi open. A floater, not good. Rebound by Najee. Lee trying to go to Tremmel. Gets knocked down by Birkeland. Will go to the line for two.
Just beat him up the court there. Good hustle by Tremmel. And Wayzata, again, a little slow getting back there. And Birkeland, probably a good foul to take there. Would going to be a layup, but they are getting beat up court and not finding their guy as quick as need be on several of occasions here in this first half.
Tremmel makes the first one. Benega and Hall back in now for Wayzata. Brendan Jarrett, number 2, and Terrell Sappington, number 0, in for Hopkins. Both free throws good for Tremmel. The 7 points for the senior, and the lead is 13 for Hopkins with 8:29 to play in the first half. Williams all the way to the basket and scores. His first 2 tonight.
Williams made up his mind a long way out there that I'm going to go until somebody stops me, and that time nobody really did.
Jarrett long three, in and out, and the rebound to Bjerke.
Not that he can't make that shot, but that was a pretty contested and pretty deep three for a guy who had just come off the bench. Williams,
floater from 10 up and in. Back-to-back hoops for Williams, and a timeout for Hopkins. 24-15 with 7:56 to go.
You just get the feeling that Wayzata is looking for that spark, somebody to get something going, and obviously Cody Williams has been in their program a long time, and a couple of nice hoops in a row for him right there as they try and get that portion of the game going. They've been missing shots, and some of them contested, some that they would normally make, but you have to have kind of balance right now if you're the Trojans. We need to have urgency, but we also don't need to panic and start pointing fingers, and it's not the end of the world if we're trailing in the first half.
Our second game of the season in boys basketball. And Jay, you've got girls basketball tomorrow night, our first girls telecast of the season.
Yeah, Maple Grove and Osseo, and that will be an interesting one. Crimson coming off a season where they were a section runner-up and ranked 10th to start the season, and Doug Erleen trying to get Osseo going a little bit. As you see last year, if you remember that game, John, you did that game, and Wayzata for the first half plus looked really good. Yeah. Like they might have a real legit shot to pull the upset there, and Hopkins, as they so often do, though, kind of got the ship righted and ended up winning it by 10, and then, as you said, beating Cooper for that section championship, but didn't end up getting to play in the because there was no state tournament.
The section semifinal, Kerwin Walton kind of took over in the second half. He had a great senior year now starting in North Carolina after not starting at the beginning of the year and having a pretty good year for the Tar Heels. Get another Wayzata foul. And this will be on Heidi, his first. Terrell Sappington, bounce pass. Najee trying to go up for another dunk, knocked away by Heidi, but it goes to the corner. Wilson, good look at a three, not good, underneath, and get a foul as Jarrett got the offensive rebound.
Jarrett was going to have a hard time getting that shot up, but the defender, I believe it was Heidi that just ended up kind of falling into him there as he put a little bit of a shot fake. And so Hopkins has done a nice job on the offensive glass here too. It's another check mark that Wayzata is not fulfilling, is blocking out. Oh, how do you like that? Bank it off the defender.
Yep. And White lays it in for 2. You'll see that once in a while, and a good heads-up play by Xavier White.
Yeah, if you double and face guard the cutter rather than defending the inbound passer there, he made good use of it there. You see right off the back of Bjerke. That's kind of like a playground hoop and play, but I mean, if he's got his back to you like that, it's not that difficult to do it.
Right.
All you have to do is hit him in the middle of the back.
Heidi, who picked up 2 fouls in the last couple of possessions on the other end, gives up the pass here, an offensive foul. Whistled on Hall. Hopkins is really playing outstanding defense, Jay. I mean, knocking balls away, getting steals. They get a block there. The charge call against Spencer Hall.
And Sappington did a great job. That was going to hurt. You knew that. That wasn't going to feel good to take that charge, but he stood in there and took it. And he did a great job moving his feet. You could see that one developing.
Williams knocking it away from White from behind. Ahead to Birkeland in the corner. Now Bjerke. Najee on him and coming away and doubling on it with Brennan. Had the steal briefly. Now it's back into the hands of Birkeland. It's blocked by White. Outlet passes. Brennan able to chase it down and then thrown away. Turnover on Hopkins.
Looked like they were going to have an opportunity there after the steal, but didn't quite get it done. I thought perhaps that pass had been deflected, but apparently not, so it's just a turnover. But again, Hopkins has just been scrapping at the other end. When Bjerke tried to back his way down, the double came.
And Jarrett got the steal, they just couldn't convert at the other end. Trumbull back in for Hopkins. Harvey to Bjerke, Williams now. Down on the low block and kicking it back out to Birkeland. Benenga, all knocked away by Hopkins. Again, active hands. And Wayzata will have to inbound from the sideline. 6:19 to go here, first half. Royals lead the Trojans 26-15.
Hopkins' scoring pace has slowed down a little bit, but they have not slowed down defensively. Wow, to be holding Wayzata to 15 at this point in the half is pretty good.
Benenga misses on the 3. Rebound to Trumbull. Now he'll slow it up. Good decision there not to try to force anything right away, Jay. Let's see what they can set up in the half court. Oh, Najee a little behind the back pass. And some good footwork to get himself free, and Trumbull lays it in for 2 more.
Once again, a Wayzata defender being caught behind on that cut down low. Wayzata's having to work a lot harder for their shots than Hopkins is right now.
Bjerke 3, nothing but net.
Yeah, at that size, he's able to get a good look at the rim there.
Drive to the basket and then a block out of bounds. Bjerke blocking the shot out of bounds from Max Wilson.
Well, his little highlight reel for colleges just go end to end there. 3 at one end and then a swat at the other.
Double digits per game score last year for the Trojans. Quick inbound. Easy, Jay, right? Wilson to Lee.
Lee, we said he's real strong, but again, Wayzata, you just can't allow that to be that easy.
Bjerke has it stripped away. Najee's got a full head of steam. Look out!
At half court, he already knew what he was going to do once he got that strip.
He's got a couple of plays of the week candidates already by himself. Benenga for 3. That's not good. Rebound to Max Wilson. 32-18 Hopkins. Under 5 minutes to go in the half. To the corner, Wilson too strong. And rebound to Birkeland. Hall goes baseline and gives it back to Birkeland. Almost gave it away there. Benenga. Contact as Trumbull went down. No call either way. Back comes Hopkins. Wilson, Tremmel, quick three, not good, and rebound by Harvey. Birkeland into the front court. Bjerke. Nice handoff underneath. Harvey can't score, but he's fouled.
Nice drive and dish by Bjerke as you get a look here again at Najee tipping it away and then comes up with it. And nobody in range to catch him there. He was able to get his feet all set for the throwdown there.
On Max Wilson is his first. First one up and in for Ryan Harvey.
I don't know if he called bank on that. You don't see that on a free throw too often. I think Hopkins' length is giving Wayzata some trouble too. I mean, they're getting out on some of these shots that Wayzata guys may normally say that's a shot that I would make, but when you've got somebody coming at you that closes the gap real quick like that, it can throw you off a little bit.
Second one is also good. First 2 points for Ryan Harvey. Davis Hay, a 6'6 junior, number 35, in for the first time now for Wayzata. Jarrett, great pass. And the layup on the paint for Tremmel.
Hopkins is doing a nice job too of spacing the floor so that when they make cuts like that, there's room to get just the layup, not having to worry about another pass or another defender coming.
All in some trouble, able to release the ball to Harvey, long on the three, and a foul going to be whistled against Trey Lance.
Yeah, that was the old one. The guy's about to jump, getting him that little nudge in the back, and it became a little too obvious.
And a 1-and-1 for Hopkins.
Royals, I think it's fair to say, outworking the Trojans in this first half. I mean, they're getting after it defensively. For the not that they're never making a mistake in terms of, but all the mistakes they're making are hustle mistakes. If they're ever, over committing or over rotating a little bit, it's not because of, not trying hard enough. If anything, it's the other way around.
Najee 1 out of 2. 35-20. Royals the biggest lead in the game. And look at that. Najee erasing that one.
Williams was hoping he could get that scoop up quick enough, but Najee said, I don't think so.
If there were fans here, that would have been in the back row of the students who are usually at that end.
Keep in mind, Heidi's been out for a while too with those fouls. I think that certainly hurt Wayzata's cause as well.
Ball deflected, another steal for Hopkins. Ahead it goes, White, great body control, getting it under Bjerke and laying it in for 2.
Kind of an unorthodox looking layup there. I think he got a little off balance, but he did a nice job finishing. I thought he was going to try a reverse.
Tough 3 from the corner, out of bounds, off Bjerke.
Wayzata can't buy one from 3 for the most part tonight as well. But again, a lot of them are contested.
Hopkins has had a few possessions, Jay, where they maybe rush some shots, but you can't find too much fault with the way they've played this game so far in the first 15 minutes.
No, they've made a lot of good decisions. They've made a lot of good hard cuts.
That was a good play right there by Jared, who had a guy in his face on the 3, just stepped inside and floats in a shot from about 8 feet out. So Brennan Jarrett with his first basket. Harvey back out. Birkeland, 3, long, ball tipped. Lance saves it in bounds and able to get the ball back. Oh no, last off him.
Yeah, Lance hadn't established himself back on the court yet when he came back in to get that one.
Spencer Hall back in for Wayzata, number 10. Two and a half minutes to play in the half. Here's Lee up, and that's off. Rebounded Bjerke. Williams to the basket, scores.
Did a nice job avoiding the charge there.
Back at the other end, they go to Lee. Hall got a lot of ball, but also got some arm, and Tristan Lee will go to the line for 2.
Run the court and good things will happen for you. How many times have they beat them up the floor?
Pretty good defensive play by Hall, but they do get whistled for the foul there.
Yeah, Lance made a good effort.
Lance, yes.
Good effort at it, but it did look on that replay that he got more arm than I first realized also.
Lance picking up his second. Lee missing again, and the rebound to Hall. Berkland with Tremmel on him. They come down to 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll hear from both coaches at halftime. One a little more happy than the other, I would guess. Almost a steal for White. Wayzata gets it back, and they lose it in the paint, getting it back and scoring, and it's fouled. It's Spencer Hall.
Nice job hanging in the air. White wanting to block that shot, and instead kind of gave him a little clip alongside the head there. You see him hang in the air here to avoid White, and he got him in the side of the head.
Hall makes the three-point play. Wayzata doing best to try to get this deficit down a little bit by halftime. White traveled.
That time the double arrived to really cut him off. They've had a difficult time staying in front of the Royals at times, and that time good defensive help.
It was a 19-point lead, still a 15-point lead, under a minute and a half to go here in the first half. Bierke against White. Too high off the glass, and the ball tipped. The White ahead goes to Lee. White swings it to the corner. 3, Jarrett too strong, and the rebound to Lance. Bounce pass to the corner. Traffic there. Berkland able to find Bierke. Back to Berkland for a 3, not good. Lance, nice job, tips it out to Berkland. His shot up, that won't go. Bierke, and Wayzata, very persistent possession, able to get 2. And now a 7-0 run here for Wayzata. Under 40 seconds to go in the half. Wayzata closing strong. Hopkins looks like they'll hold for 1 here. 25 seconds and counting to go in the half. And as I say that, they turn it over. Matt Wilson was trying to get it to Jarrett on the baseline. Thought the ball had been touched by Wayzata. Referee said otherwise, and so it'll be the Trojans actually who'll get a final possession. They'll get now Heidi back in there, and he sat for a long time with the 2 fouls, but a great offensive player. They'll get him in here for another option at the other end to try to score and close out the half with 2 or 3 more points. 15 seconds in the half as Williams comes to the front court. Out to Bierke. 7 seconds. Benninga drives, and a foul on Najee. Had a block, thought he had a block, and going to be called for a foul. Look at it again. The first on Najee, and Benninga to the line for the first time tonight. 3 seconds to go in the half, so Hopkins will have at least a shot to get something up. Perhaps not much here before the end of the half. Second one off. Rebound, White will throw up a long one and grazes the backboard and out of play. So Wayzata, which trailed by 19, closes the half on an 8-0 scoring run, although they still trail 39-28 here at halftime. And that certainly gives them a little more optimism and going into halftime here. Jay Wilcox is standing by, and he's got Ken Novak Jr.
All right, thanks very much, John. Coach Novak, your team came out, played hard, I thought, that first half. What did you like about what you saw from your club so far?
I thought we played hard. I did think we were playing hard. Our rotations are missing right now. As the game went on, I think we tired. We started not taking care of the ball, turned it over too many times. Didn't get too many ball reversals, which we got early. I just don't think we were as fundamental with the ball as we have to be. This is second game of the season. You can tell both teams are kind of, a little bit out of it.
You guys were able to get some nice cuts too, to get some inside hoops early. What did you like about the spacing that was able to allow that to happen?
At the beginning, and for a while, our spacing was good, but I thought our spacing disappeared as we went on. And we started watching the ball and versus watching our men, which is something that most kids do. So, you revert back to what you've been doing all the time. So that doesn't surprise me, but we do have to try to work on it. We're not going to fix it here today, but we got to work on it.
Thanks for joining us,
you.
Coach. Good luck second half here. That's Ken Novak. His Royals leading Wayzata by a score of 39-28 at halftime. We'll have more of our coverage here on CCX in just a moment.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back to the Lindbergh Center in Minnetonka. Halftime, Lake Conference boys basketball. Hopkins leading number one Wayzata 39-28. Let's look at some highlights from the first half of play. Three Hopkins players leading the way, averaging almost all three in double figures so far. Bjerke saw with the 3 for Wayzata. Benega with the layup for his only basket in the first half. Cody Williams with 3 field goals so far for the Trojans. Benega kicking it out. Bjerke's made a couple of threes on his way to an 8-point first half. Birkeland, good pass. Loose ball picked up by Spencer Hall, and he was able to convert, make the basket, plus the free throw. At the other end, Elvis Najee with 3 dunks in the first half. They're also able to make some threes. That one knocked down by Xavier White. And then another dunk here on the great setup from Max Wilson. Najee, another throwdown. And a steal here for White. Lays in 2 more of his 10 points. Mentioned 3 of their guys have a combined 30 points so far. And Najee with his 3rd dunk of the opening half. And the top scorers so far, Bjerke with 8, Williams 6, and Heidi with 5. And on the other side, Trummel, White, and Najee have combined for 30 points. Trummel with 11 so far to lead the way. Nobody in real foul trouble, a handful of players with 2 fouls each, but that is it so far in this first half of play. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Second half of play still on the way here at a pretty quiet Lindbergh Center. Good basketball game, though. Hopkins leading Wayzata by 11.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Hopkins up on Wayzata 39-28. Let's go back to Jay Wilcox. He's standing by now with Brian Schnettler.
Yeah, I think Spencer Hall, sophomore, and Trey Lance, a senior, gave us great energy. Maybe not scoring, but they were making plays and hustling and playing really hard. And we were really flat. We did not play very hard, did not shoot it very well, which I think we let that hurt us a little bit. But I think we'll play a lot better the second half.
They were able to get some easy buckets early on, too. What can you do different defensively than not allow those cuts in the inside?
Yeah, we were worried about them cutting well off us, and we got to make sure we see both ball and man. We didn't do a very good job this half, and hopefully you'll see the team that we've had practicing and playing last Friday the last couple of weeks. They hit us in the mouth, and hopefully we're able to come out and respond with the group we have.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Right. Thank you.
Thanks very much to both coaches. Again, our score 39-28 at the Lindbergh Center. Wayzata back out for their warm-ups to start the second half. As we mentioned, Wayzata came into the season as the preseason top-ranked team in Class 4A. Got that win on opening night against St. Michael Albertville. Lakeville South ranked second, and Hopkins number 3. Out of Chaska, Champlin Park, out of the Northwest Suburban Conference, along with Maple Grove, are ranked 5th and 6th, respectively. Eastridge yet to play, ranked 7th, and Eastview, Duluth East, and Edina. So 3 Lake Conference teams in the top 10, couple Northwest Suburban Conference teams that we'll see this year on CCX as well, Champlin Park and Maple Grove. The Jays are looked to the second half in trouble with 11 points, leading the way. Bjerke with the 8 for Wayzata. What's the key for each team in the last 18 minutes, as you see it?
I think for Wayzata, they started to later in the first half. They need to shore up defensively. They allowed just way too many easy buckets, some of them because of turnovers at their offensive end, but some of them just getting beat on cuts and getting beat up the floor. And for Hopkins, they need to play it like they were hungry as they were at the start of the first half. They were getting after it defensively, getting in the passing lane. I think if they're going to win this game tonight, it's going to be more about their defense than their offense.
White down low to Hernandez, up and in, and a foul. Hernandez, the guy who played early, then he picked up 2 fouls. We didn't see him the rest of the half, and they get to him early here on the first possession of the second half, and he converts.
Good strength inside to finish through that hack on the arm. And I think Wayzata, they needed Bjerke to kind of be winning all these battles inside. And so far, I mean, he's done fairly well, but he's had trouble considering that Hopkins has got a couple, 2, 3 guys that really can get things done inside.
Heidi gives it off to Bjerke, and Hernandez cuts him off. Good defensive play by Jack Hernandez, and they got to reset.
Bjerke needed to be ready to get that ball up quicker, though. He should have had a layup.
Heidi, 3 won't go, and the rebound to Lee. Lee will take it to the basket. Tough shot off the glass, up and in. Kristen Lee with 7 points, and first 5 of the half go to Hopkins.
And I'm sure it's exactly the opposite of what Wayzata was hoping for after they kind of closed the margin somewhat to end the half.
Released, Heidi missing, and a good pass from Williams. Couldn't convert.
Hernandez contested without fouling there.
Here's Tremmel. Lee's pass went off a couple of hands and last touched. Looked like it was off Wayzata.
Yeah, it was tipped. at least twice on the way in there, and they thought the third one was Bjerke, but officials, I thought for a moment we might see somebody out top possibly overrule there. It was hard to tell. I mean, it was a bang-bang play. And I got to be honest, John, I'm glad they're not coming over to waste 5 minutes looking for a
right.
possession here.
Look at the monitor.
In a college
right.
game.
Yeah. Williams up and in. First basket of the second half for the Trojans.
Cody might be the only Wayzata guy that you would say really, kind of played up to his potential in the first half.
Hernandez holding. Finds White, tough shot over Williams, won't go. Hernandez had a hand on it, couldn't control the ball, and Birkland has it for Wayzata. Bjerke lets that three go and hits. Had time to set himself and drills it home. His third, Heidi, rather, with the three. That's his first three made today. And a foul is going to the floor is Najee, and the foul's going to be on Bjerke.
Bjerke was going to make sure he wasn't going to get another dunk there, but he, wasn't able to get him cut off on the baseline, and kind of a hard foul there. Najee going to have to earn it at the free throw line.
Najee, 4 field goals, 3 of them dunks. Went on a 2 from the free throw line in the first half. Got them both. Hopkins for the game, 8 of 12 from the free throw line.
Always makes you feel better when you get knocked down like that to get up and say, okay, if you're going to foul me, I'm still getting 2 points and you're going to get in foul trouble.
Bjerke takes it on the floor and then gets called for a foul. Bjerke didn't like that call. Good. He ran over Tremmel.
Good job cutting off the baseline there.
So, second foul on Bjerke.
Yeah, he got to halftime without any and now picked up 2 in about 30 seconds.
Tremmel. White left open for 3. Not good. Good rebound by Lee. Can't get it to go. Najee tries. That won't go. And a good job by Heidi to get to the ball. The Burkle in the head. Bjerke misses on the dunk. White. Tremmel open for a 3. That's good.
Boy, that's a tough sequence if you're Wayzata. You think you have a dunk at the other end. You don't get that. And it leads directly to a 3. And it's just been that kind of night for the Trojans and for the Royals as they are pumped up and have stretched that lead back up to 16 now.
See a handful of students here tonight, Jay. Not many back behind us.
Yeah, I've heard some little trash talk on free throws when the Wayzata guys have been at the line. And early in the game, we were seeing a lot. There's a look at some of them. We were seeing a lot of plays where Wayzata kind of got lost defensively. And that was one of them right there in transition where you got a really wide open look. They just couldn't find their guy in time. And you kind of see the body language from Coach Schnettler. Like, what's happening here? They just looked out of sync for the most part tonight. I give a lot of the credit, I should say, to Hopkins, the way they've just come out and gotten after it defensively. I think they've really played a little bit harder, but also maybe with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, I think, coming here tonight. They could see Wayzata's ranked number 1, and they probably said, you know what, that could be us or should be us.
You saw in that wide shot a moment ago, Jay, just how few fans are really in this building, though. The limited attendance for high school sports for Minnesota for the winter. That's it. I mean, we're used to bleachers out on both ends and on both sides. And instead, that's what we have. Like I said to Ryan last week, it's like we'd see maybe at a ninth grade game or something like that. And that's what we have. But the kids are happy to be playing. I know that. Wayzata seeing if they can come back here. Well, that's a good start. Burkle in his first points of the night hits a 3.
Shooting over a lot bigger guy, but he realized that that Najee had, backed off just a little bit, and he thought, okay, I've got room to get this one up.
Kirkland averaged 9.5 points a game last season. Loose ball, scramble, and Hopkins gets it back. Lee to Trumbull. Reset out top. Trumbull now to White. Step back, tough three, and not good, and rebounded by Birkeland.
Heidi did a pretty good job staying with him there. That's what Wayzata wants to see more of. Hopkins having to force shots a little bit.
Bjerke long three. Wow, nothing but net. Bjerke with his third three. And that's 3 threes for Wayzata's team here in the second half after making just 2 in the first half.
And that's really Carter's shot if you've seen them play before. Here's Najee going up to hammer it.
Oh, Hernandez with the pass, and Najee with his 4th dunk of the game tonight. Lead is 12. Williams, out of control, missed the shot. 5 on 4 now for Hopkins. The release to White, back out. 3 ball from Lee, and it's good.
Just when it seemed like Wayzata was maybe getting a little something going, the Royals don't blink. They came back confident, getting the dunk and then a 3.
And the lead back up to 15. As big as 19. Wayzata got it to 8 at the half. 12:40 to play. Here's a steal. And Trumbull will throw it down.
They've been quick to passing lanes, getting their hands on balls, and that time just a clean steal. And Trumbull has really done some good things out here tonight for the Royals.
Bjerke left side is Birkeland. Tough drive, had to give it up. Bjerke trying to find Heidi, and there's Trumbull again. Gets a hand on that to knock it out of bounds.
There's Najee finishing as Bjerke had to come up to help a little bit. And then Trumbull picking off that pass. You don't want to throw the ball cross court at the top of the key, and especially against, that's the thing. You haven't had that much practice time, and you're also facing guys maybe a little longer and a little quicker, and they have really contributed to their offense a lot by forcing turnovers.
Shot up and in, and the foul is Heidi gets the basket. As I mentioned, 26 in the season opener, has 10 so far tonight. That foul is on Lee.
Nice job with the little kind of hesitation dribble there and the floater on the way in. And at 6'6", he was able to go up and over Lee, who contested but hit his forearm instead of the ball.
Makes it a 3-point play. Good pressure, but Hopkins breaks it. They get it down low, and Najee off the feed from Hernandez scores.
Wayzata trying to turn up the pressure defensively a little bit, but it ends up biting him right there.
$16-point game. Bjerke 3. He is solid when he gets an open look, isn't he?
Lucky they've got a high gym ceiling here at the Lindbergh Center. That one would have been scraping the ceiling in some older gyms.
Yeah, and a nice drive to the basket and laying into White his first basket in the second half. All 5 starters have scored in the second half now for Hopkins, and White with a dozen points.
Boy, Hopkins is doing a nice job making them pay when they try to put pressure on a double.
Heidi misses, almost a steal for Birkeland, but Lee able to hang on to the ball. Lee to the basket, and Bjerke able to get the basketball ahead to Heidi. Is going to try to drive on Hernandez. Tough shot, won't go. Bjerke taps it up and in. Bjerke with 8 in each half now. Lead is 13. There's Hernandez open, scores, and a foul. Terrific feed from Brendan Jarrett. And the conversion for Jack Hernandez.
Really good slip to the basket by Hernandez, but again, if you're Wayzata, you're thinking that's too easy of an entry pass. You shouldn't be without anything out of the ordinary, you shouldn't be able to just catch it that close to the hoop. And Bjerke got caught off balance and trying to block the shot and ends up picking up his 3rd foul in a relatively short span here.
And Hernandez, his 2nd 3-point play here of the half. Lead is 16. Here's Benenga. Nice job to shake the defender and gets an open look from 15.
Yeah, he was maybe rushing a little bit early on. That time a nice job of just staying with it. That shot's about footwork more than anything. And Lance got a little too aggressive. Coach, singled him out as one of the guys that gave him a little shot on the arm along with Hall. Lance that time was trying to put pressure on, but he just got too much arm, and you're not going to get away with that.
His 2nd foul. Five team fouls on Wayzata now here in the 2nd half, just 1 on Hopkins. 10 minutes to go here in the 2nd. Hopkins got an early 3-point play from Hernandez, and they've maintained their double-digit lead since. Jarrett, too long in the 3, and there's trouble, and he can't finish.
Thought he was going to get an assist on that air ball there.
Benenga, and he gets to the line. He'll shoot 2.
I think it's smart for Wayzata to not be settling for 3s. I mean, obviously that's a big part of their game, but you want them to come in rhythm and with a good open look, and the way you can help create that is by driving the ball hard.
Then again, 1 out of 2 in the 1st half from the free throw line. 6 points now for the senior. One of the captains for the Trojans. Got them both. Lead back down to 12 for Hopkins. And on the baseline and out of bounds is Tremmel.
Wayzata's been trying to turn up the pressure a little bit. For the most part, it hasn't been working. In fact, it's burned them a few times, but that time they were able to get the turnover.
Harvey lobbing the inbound. Heidi had it stripped away. Back comes Hopkins the other way. Wilson open on to the wing to Jarrett, who misses the open 3, and a rebound for Hall. Harvey, couple dribbles, trying to get it to Hall, and does. Got it knocked away, loose ball, gets it back. The open, Benenga in the corner, missed on the 3, tipped back out. Williams will launch a 3, that won't go, and Najee has inside position and gets the rebound.
Wayzata could have really used that one. It looked like it was set up for a 3 to go for Williams, but couldn't bury it.
Whistle and a foul off the turnover as fouls whistled against Max Wilson. His 2nd.
See both teams subbing probably a little bit more. I think it's fair to say that the two-part thing, wearing the mask, I think is going to tire guys out a little bit quicker, but also just not having had as much lead up to the season as they would normally have.
Williams fell down, traveled. Jay, while we have a second, I want to get this in. We mentioned in the 1st half these 2 schools meeting in girls basketball, matchup of last year's section final. Hopkins, maybe they missed Paige Beckers, but they're up 82-39 in the 2nd half on Wayzata.
Oh my.
Number 1 versus number 2 in the state. Hopkins showing, well, there's still some room between us and everybody else, at least on tonight.
And the Trojans lost their opener as well to STMA.
Free ball from the wing. That won't go for Wilson. Williams with the rebound. Gets by Hernandez to Bjerke. Up and in, and he fouled.
Great job by Williams to draw the D to him, and then Bjerke, good hands in traffic, able to finish despite a little contact there.
Third foul on Max Wilson. Bjerke now with 19 points to lead all scorers. And Wayzata back to within 10 for the first time since we started this second half. Under 10. 8 minutes to go, timeout Hopkins.
I think part of what they wanted to do with putting a little more pressure on too is maybe create more possessions in the second half, kind of extend the game, if you will, and not allow Hopkins to. I'm not saying Hopkins obviously going to be slowing down or anything like that, but you just try and get more possessions so that they have more of an opportunity to get up and down a little bit and chip away at this. And we're seeing Hopkins, have taken a few maybe tired shots a little bit more here as the second half has gone on too, where they've taken some, pretty long threes that maybe aren't exactly what you were hoping to get.
Hopkins led by as many as 19. They've had a healthy lead most of the night. Here's what's coming up in the next week here on CCX. Maple Grove and Osseo girls basketball tomorrow night. Jay Wilcox and former Hopkins girls coach Brian Cosgriff on the call for that. Thursday night, IMAC boys hockey from Plymouth Ice Center as Breck takes on Providence Academy. Saturday afternoon, Northwest Suburban Conference boys hockey. Maple Grove looked strong in their opener last week against Elk River Zimmerman. They'll take on Totino Grace. And then next Tuesday, Benilde St. Margaret's at Cooper in a Metro West Conference game. All those games live on CCX and ccxmedia.org. John Jacobson, Jay Wilcox back at the Lindbergh Center on a Tuesday night, Lake Conference basketball. Hopkins ranked number 3, leading number 1, Wayzata by 9. Ball knocked away by Bjerke. Hopkins back into it. Oh, and Hernandez called for an offensive foul. Good job as Benega draws the charge.
Exactly what Wayzata was hoping for out of that timeout. I mean, of course, they would have rather had Bjerke steal out top, but great defensive play. And again, Hernandez is a big dude to stand in there against, but Benega not shy at all about taking the contact there.
Whistle will get a foul as Heidi goes down. It'll be whistled against Tremmel. So now 16 fouls on Hopkins. They picked up the last 5 here in the half. They have 6. Wayzata with 5. So Tremmel, Wilson, and Hernandez all with 3 fouls now for Hopkins. Bjerke, the only Wayzata player with 3. Skip pass across to Williams. Takes it on the floor, picks it up. Bjerke, another 3 on the way. This one won't go. Benega chases it down, gets the ball to Bjerke, trying to tap it out. Goes to Najee, look out! Didn't get that one to go. Hopkins thought there was a foul. Here's Williams taking it to the basket. Reverse won't go. Rebounded by Lee. And get it to Tremmel and try to settle it down.
Berkland ran sprinting in front of Najee on that previous one. It was hard to tell if there was much contact.
Right. We'll have to take a look at it again. Lee with it. Pulls up from 15. Much needed basket for Hopkins.
Boy, he has been a kind of a really unsung star of tonight, I think, for the Royals. When they've needed a big basket, he's gotten quite a few.
Berkland open for a 3. Not good. And ball chipped up in the air. Tremmel will get it to Hernandez. Now to Lee. To White. Nice little step around and gets the basket for 2. White with 14.
Really nice move there. I mean, he made it look easy just going around. Bjerke was trying to get himself set to take a charge there.
Heidi thought about the pass and just turns around and decides to fire it away and hits.
Yeah, the defender overcommitted there, and he just kind of calmly saw that and saw that he had room.
Here's Lee. Open on the wing. Najee will hit it a three. How about that? Elvis Najee knocks it down. Williams back the other way. Well, we've seen him attack a few times tonight like that. He's able to score here in a timeout for Wayzata.
Boy, that was a huge hoop for Najee, though, to just step into that one confidently and knock it down from three after he'd been such a force, going to the hoop most of the night. Another look as they kick it out, and there again you're seeing we've not seen Wayzata get anywhere near as many wide open looks like that. And then at the other end, a rare defensive lapse. Williams has been able to find his way to the hoop a lot more than anybody else in a white jersey tonight.
They looked back at the leading scorers the last time these teams played for Hopkins. Kerwin Walton had 30 in that section semifinal. Andre Gray, who's now at the North with 10 points. Regan Merritt was a senior last year at 8. So a lot of these guys who did play in the game last year, White, Tremmel, and Najee, as we thought, Emily with bigger roles and are stepping up and meeting them and have matured and gotten better as players. Najee's a player that looks stronger than last year. He was pretty skinny last year. He definitely got some more muscle on him this year, and he's added a lot to his game.
Yeah, he looks like a grown-up out there, doesn't he? You don't want to get in the way. No, he's played very well.
So Wayzata getting the timeout after that last basket, and Hopkins just beating the 5-second call. And White into the front court. And White's another player I think that's definitely gotten better this year. Now on the block, Najee back out high. Tremmel. And off to Najee. Hopkins doesn't have to be in a hurry here, Jay. Not that they're going to run the four corners or anything, but.
Yeah, it does look like they're trying to spread things out and have, maybe a longer possession and maybe get Wayzata overcommitting a little bit. We got a foul there against Wayzata defensively.
Well, that's on Birkeland, his third. So that's 16 fouls, so each team will be, I thought that was only 6. Yeah, I don't think that's 7 yet. Yeah, no, it's on the, I think the referee thought that the 6 was already on the board, but they were just quick to mark it.
I was going to say the scoreboard operator was too fast. They thought there was going to be 6 going to 7, and instead it had already changed from 5 to 6.
Gray will throw it into Lee. Under 5 minutes to go. Hopkins led on the start. Hernandez for 3 and hits. Najee and Jack Hernandez, the bigs, with a couple of threes late here for Hopkins. Birkeland steps in, back out. Heidi 3 is good.
Problem for Wayzata, though, is they're just trading those big hoops. That shot by Hernandez, they're going to be tough to beat if he can make shots like that. They have really shown a lot more offensively than they showed against DP, obviously, the other night.
Gray banks in a 3. Excuse me, White banks in the 3.
You could hear that one.
Right. 17, Wayzata answers the other end. Bierke with the basket, 76-63. Turnover in the backcourt by Lee, forced by Lance.
So the turnovers are even, although it feels like the Wayzata ones have cost them more. Led more directly to baskets.
Every time Wayzata's had a little bit of a run, Jay, it hasn't been quite enough. I mean, Hopkins has come right back with, quick 5, quick 7-2 run or something.
Yeah, they've never really let them get back to the point where they felt like, they're really in it. They get down below 10, but that's about as good as it's gotten.
Najee coming around, Williams right in his face, releases to Hernandez. White steps in. Now we'll back it out against Heidi. 3:25 to go, a 13-point Hopkins lead. To the corner, Tremble. Back to White. And again, they'll run some more clock here. White will put up a three, not good, and the rebound to Williams.
Good possession, maybe not quite the shot they wanted there, but.
No, but they did run, about 40 seconds of clock there, which is important this time of the game. It was under 3 to go. Berkland for 3 and hits. The lead is 10.
It didn't seem to be a shot that was in good rhythm as the ball kind of just dribbled over to him, but got it to go.
Almost a travel there, I think it was, and they didn't call it in the timeout for Hopkins.
Yeah, and then Heidi nearly had the steal too as he blocked that pass, but it just been, a step slow on some of these that haven't quite worked out their way. And that's the thing with what Hopkins right now. I mean, they're getting frazzled just a little bit here and there, but for the most part, Wayzata's finding it hard to really trap them and really make them do something they don't want to do with the ball here down the stretch. And it's interesting, too, because Hopkins, they don't necessarily have that one point guard that they're always trying to give the ball to, but they've got, several different guys. Even the biggest guy, Hernandez, we've seen step in to help out on press break and things like that.
Wayzata will play its first home game of the season this Friday as they host Minnetonka. Hopkins will be home again on Friday as they will take on St. Michael Albertville and then play at Minnetonka next Tuesday.
And no easing into the season this year either. That's the other thing is you normally would have, a couple or handful of non-conference games in the, what would be the usual opening part of the season in early December where you get a chance to kind of get your rotation set a little bit and get some of your things in. You kind of put things in a little bit at a time sometimes in terms of your offense and defense and even things like inbound plays.
Each of these teams later this season will have non-conference games at Minnehaha Academy, Jay. Although they don't have Jalen Suggs, they're pretty good.
Yeah, like the Hopkins girls. Okay, we lost Paige Beckers, but we're still pretty good. And Minnehaha, I think, still got some talent.
2:15 to go. Ball down low. White got free and scores. Another assist for Tristan Lee.
A good find there. He stayed patient with that ball. And that one might have been the dagger right there. It goes up to 12 and under 2 minutes to play now.
Harvey to Benega. Shot up and one. Foul on Lee.
Lee pleading his case that he had taken the charge there. Maybe didn't quite get squared up all the way, and nice finish by Benega. Even though it ends up as a foul on Lee, I still like the effort and hustle to get there.
All 5 of these Hopkins starters, Shay, I think tonight have been really good. They've all played their role. There hasn't been one guy that's going to take it over and really been the star of the show. And I think if that's the way, if they can play like that on most nights, they're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, they've all contributed in their own way and come up with some big hoops.
Oh, great steal by Heidi as Najee was trying to go inside. Lead is 9. Benega trying to make it 6 and does. 78-72, 138 and counting to go. The timeout for Hopkins. That is as close as Wayzata has been since early in the first half.
Benega getting one of the more open looks that he's had here tonight, as Hopkins has generally been pretty good in closing out on shooters, but that time maybe a little tired or maybe and then I think the other thing too is when you're down by this much, the pressure to a certain extent comes off. You're not that worried about taking and making a shot like that if you're not that Benega's ever shy about it anyway, but I think sometimes comeback can be helped by that a little bit, is the fact that you just you feel like we've got the opportunity to try and come back, I'm going to not be hesitant to take a shot here, and that's exactly what he was able to do and deliver.
Benega with 10 of his 13 points here in the second half. Hopkins leading scorer tonight. Xavier White with 19 points. Elvis Najee has 18. Jalen Trummel 16. I mentioned Benega with 13 for Wayzata. Bierke with 21 to lead them, and Heidi has 16. And Cody Williams 10. 78-72 Hopkins. Both teams in the bonus. Royals with the inbound. And White able to get it into Lee. Lee trying to bring it up court against Lance. Tremmel to White. Oh, a nice little move to get around Heidi and score. How about that play by Xavier White?
Beautiful pass fake there. It just made it look so natural.
Benega driving. That won't go. Rebound by Najee. Ahead they go. Oh, and that one through the hands of White. It would have had a layup, but couldn't handle the pass from Tremmel. 1 minute to go. Wayzata trailing by 8. Birkeland has it stripped away, and they're going to get a foul call.
He kind of got lucky there. He drove into the middle of a lot of traffic.
Fouls on White, his second. 7th foul, so it's 1-1 for Drew Birkeland. I've seen that face on Ken Novak before about 1,000 times. Free throw up and good, so Birkeland earns the bonus.
It ultimately turns into a good play because you can score at the clock stopped, although I have to admit when he started to drive, it didn't really look like much was going to be happening good there for the offense, but it worked out.
Second one not good, and the rebound to White. He really had to fight for it, and he gets fouled. And he'll go to the other end for a 1-on-1.
I think a good play to try and tie him up there. I mean, if it works out well, you get the steal. If not, you at least send him to the line with, no more time going off the clock.
White just one free throw attempt tonight in the back end of a 3-point play in the first half. Misses it, and the rebound to Benega. 7-point lead, and then White going for the steal. Commits a foul.
I'm sure the Hopkins coaches right now are kind of thinking like, that wasn't really what we need. I mean, you're kind of getting excited about a steal and a dunk when you really should be thinking about forcing Wayzata to use some time and getting a stop.
Instead, clock stops with 52.5 seconds to go. Benega a chance to cash in from the line. And one more coming. So it's a 2-possession game again. Bierke out, Lance in for defense. Pressure the ball.
He likes to get up and really pressure the dribbler.
The lead is 5. Lance, old guard Wilson coming into the front court, finds Lee on the wing, and a foul on Benega as he fouls Tristan Lee.
Good job to continue looking up court there for the Royals and got out of the double. Lee did a strong job of handling that ball and just kind of waiting to be fouled there.
Now for Hopkins, they've got to start converting on the free throws, Jay, when they get these one-on-one opportunities. White missing the front end a moment ago, and now Lee's opportunity. 1 out of 4 tonight from the line. Well, that one looks smooth. 13 points tonight for the senior guard. Second one. Not a lot of iron, but it falls through. Lead back to 7. 40 seconds to go as Williams brings it to the front court. Bierke Free ball is good. Goodness, Carter Bjerke. 5 threes tonight for him, and I don't know if he's drawn iron on any of them.
He had about as high of an arcing shot as anybody you'll see. And, you know, for most opponents, especially 6'8" opponents, you wouldn't necessarily think that was a good shot, and you wouldn't be that intent on stopping that particular shot, but that is definitely his MO, his game. And again, a nice job on the dribble handoff to kind of create that natural screen for him there. And the other thing about Bjerke, I mean, he's not a super great leaper, but just at that size, he's able to get the ball up and over a defender, you know, more than most guys shooting a ball from that kind of distance.
At 15 points in their opener, 24 tonight to lead Wayzata. And so they are within 4. Running out of possessions, Jay, but they keep chipping away. And the question is, do they have enough time to make up that deficit here? 34 seconds left. Hopkins now will be, well, not quite in the double bonus yet. It's 18 fouls on Wayzata, so the next one's still a 1-on-1 for Hopkins if Wayzata is unable to make the steal and has to foul.
I think for both teams here, even though maybe, you know, you don't, if you're Hopkins, you would have rather just kind of put him away, but it is a good opportunity for late game situations here to really test how you want to do things here in the close game like this.
White able to inbound the lead, and gets fouled.
Wayzata bench thought that Lee had pushed off to get himself open there to receive that pass, and then on the way back up court, Lance fouled him, which you kind of knew was coming. I mean, Lead made those last couple, but he had to miss a couple earlier, and again, you couldn't allow too awful much more time to go off.
Lee trying to get it back up to 6 points here, 1-on-1. Got it.
He looks like he wants the ball and wants to go to the line, and that's the first good sign. I mean, you don't want somebody who looks like, I don't know if I really want to be here at the line.
And boy, 4 big free throws here in the last couple possessions for Lee. 31 seconds to go, lead back to 6. Williams almost lost it out of bounds as he picked it up. Off to Heidi. Heidi looking for Bjerke, and Heidi called for traveling.
Lost the handle and right away, and then when he went to pick it up, he must have shuffled him a little bit there.
Lance back in for Bjerke. Xavier White will inbound. 22 seconds to go. Into Wilson. Off to Lee. And Lee gets fouled with 16.2 seconds to go and makes one of these. And that'll be all she wrote. Double bonus now. And Tristan Lee, who's made 4 here in the last 30 seconds, will go to the line for 2 more. Well, Jay, take your pick on play of the game, right? It's a tough ask to pick out who you want to talk to in the postgame because all these guys have played well. First one good. Now the lead back up to 7 with 16 seconds left. Second one also in. 86-78. Final seconds of this one at the Lindbergh Center. Hopkins, after scoring his 48 points on opening night, going to come away with at least 86 tonight. Najee fouled after he got the defensive rebound. He'll go to the line for 2. Free throw not quite good. Second one good. 7 seconds to go. Williams will attack, go to the basket and score, and that will do it. An impressive win for the Hopkins Royals here, taking down top-ranked Wayzata 87-80. Ballard scoring attack for the Royals. It pressed a little bit here late in the second half, but led most of the way, and a great win, Jay, for them.
Yeah, it really was. They came out so hard in the first half, played really great defense, did a lot of nice cuts to the hoop and built that lead. But I think almost even more impressive is the way that they didn't fold when they, was a little bit of adversity down the stretch. Sometimes you build a lead early in the game, everything's going great, and then it's hard to get that back or to maintain a lead when somebody makes a charge at you, an experienced of a team as Wayzata is. But the Royals did a heck of a job of getting it done.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and have our post game in a moment. Our final score from the Lindbergh Center: Hopkins 87 and Wayzata 80. Second week of the season, the Hopkins Royals get their second win of the year, 87-80 over Wayzata as the Trojans fall to 1-1. Hopkins, I mentioned, will be home again on Friday night for their next home games. They take on St. Michael Albertville. Wayzata will play Minnetonka in its next game, their home opener, this coming Friday night. A good team win for the Royals. Jay Wilcox, he is standing by. He's got one of the winning Hopkins Royals with him down by the baseline. Jay?
All right, thanks very much, John. And Elvis Najee, your team came out and played really hard in this first half. How much fun was tonight, and what do you think was kind of the key to beating this Wayzata team here?
Well, we had a lot of fun coming out. It's just we played. The best part about it is just we played as a team. We came out expecting to win, played together as one. In our huddle, we always say as one, and we play together as one. And listen to what our coach is saying. Stick to what we work on in practice. Play as hard as we do in practice as we do in game and everything. So yeah.
It seemed like all five of your starters really made some key contributions tonight, and obviously sort of stepping into bigger roles than you all had last year too.
Definitely.
You know, how much fun is it to see some of the guys and the development they made from one year to the next year too?
It's great, especially with these hard times like COVID and everything. Everybody's been staying on top of everything, working hard together. Even when we're not with each other, everyone's been working hard and preparing for the season, so it's good to see.
Obviously, Wayzata's a rival, and they came into this year ranked #1. You know, how much did that add fuel for you guys wanting to win this one?
Yeah, it had a lot of fuel. Just because like some people doubted, some people didn't. At the end of the day, we still played as hard as we could, came out with the win, and played together. So yeah.
What will this do for your team heading forward? I mean, like we said, it's been a strange year for everybody trying to get things going here in mid-January. But how much do you think this win will help you guys? As you make progress the rest of the season here.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we're not done. We still have a lot to work on. This is just a glimpse of what we can do. I know we're going to get better over the season, over practice, so yeah.
All right, Elvis, thanks so much for joining us. Great job here tonight. Have fun the rest of the season here.
You too, thank you.
Let's go back over to John.
All right, thanks very much to Elvis Najee. Thanks, Jay, for grabbing our interviews tonight with the coaches and with Mr. Najee. 19 points to lead a very balanced scoring attack tonight, and terrific team effort by Hopkins. Wayzata really pushing there at the end. Got it to within 4, but could not close it any further, and they fall by 7. That will do it for a telecast tonight. For Jay Wilcox and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for tuning in. Our final score again from the Lindbergh Center. The Hopkins Royals 87, the Wayzata Trojans 80. Good night from Minnetonka.